Bum 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 bum. The Peter Dislike Show. Bum 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 bum. Time to go down memory lane again. 5 minutes ago was talking about a friend of mine I had in elementary school who upset me, and now looking back, we can laugh about it. Unfortunately, he passed away. He taught me a very valuable lesson. Go watch my last video, but he passed away this past week, unfortunately. But that wasn't the only friend I lost in recent times. When I was in college, I ended up majoring in computer science, but there was a time that I was fascinated with chemistry. uh, Unfortunately, I had a couple accidents doing chemistry experiments, and my parents thought I was too accident prone to work with chemistry. But I made a couple of friends there. There was this one girl that I got to know, and then we had a falling out over it, and uh, then I got to know another one of her exes. And one day I was at his apartment and he showed me how to extract gold from electronic waste. He had picked up a bunch of old computer parts from the campus and he was extracting gold from it. He ended up with quite a visible amount of gold, I want to say, if I remember correctly. He was showing me all these chemicals, and I asked him where he had bought all these chemicals, and he says, "Oh, at Home Depot." Now, the girl that I had just broken up with was now working part time at the Home Depot, and I didn't want to go there. And so when he said Home Depot, I went, and he said, "Oh no, don't go to Home Depot. Go to Lowe's." He remembered, and so I never ended up doing the experiments that he was doing, but it was a fascination of mine. At the time, I so badly wanted a 400-ounce gold bar, and I mentally did the calculation of how many computers I would have to scavenge, and the number was just astronomical. I was never going to get there, and so I lost my motivation to do that. Now, unfortunately, 3 years ago, the guy the other ex of that girl passed away, and the reason he passed away was because he was so good at networking with everybody he knew, and so nobody he was never more than 6 feet away from anybody else, and that's what killed him, unfortunately. Now, the girl that I dated was also she ended up dropping out of chemistry and I think doing some sort of humanities, and because she was also accident prone, and that's what killed her, unfortunately, this past week. Although it was a road accident, not a chemistry accident, and so it's nice that we had some good memories while they were alive. But unfortunately, being the only one out of the three of us alive today, it hurts when I think of it that way. But at the same time, sometimes, I do things that are somewhat dangerous. I have a very long commute, right? And I still work with chemistry. And sometimes when I have these close calls, either on the road or with these chemistry experiments, I remind myself that a lot of people that I have known have already taken the trip to heaven, and it can't be that bad if these people have gone, right? Including my friend who said finders keepers, and the ex of mine, and her other ex, right? Especially her other ex, because he and I got along so well despite the relationship with the girl. And he even said, "Oh, don't go to Home Depot, go to Lowe's instead." And he helped me network with other people. And unfortunately, that's what killed him because he was never 6 feet, more than 6 feet away from anybody else. This is the Peter Dislike Show. Bum 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 bum. The Peter Dislike Show. Bum 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 bum.